2023 Bears season. At first, it was so bad. Like, we were the worst 0-4 team I've seen in so long. And I think like around week 11, we started to really come together and prove that we're actually a decent team. I think that's what happened. So in this video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over the big name players for the Bears and just talk about how they did. I'm gonna go over their stats, not every single stat, just like the main ones. And so what I personally saw and what I think is gonna happen to them for next season. So with that, let's just get into the video. So yeah, I'm using my Chromebook because I don't know these exact stats. Let's start off with QB1, Justin Fields. So Justin Fields missed 4 games, and let's take a look at his stats. He had 2,562 yards, 16 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. He had a QB rating of 86.3 and completion percentage 61.4. Honestly, that's not that bad for, I mean, it's not great, but it's not the worst because, again, he missed 4 games and he probably would have had 3,400 yards, maybe 20 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, or 26 touchdowns. It just all depends on what would happen if he wouldn't have gotten injured. But these stats so far ain't bad. I mean, if you take a look at the first 4 games, he looked terrible. He threw 1 touchdown per game. Like week 1, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Week 2, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Week 3 against the Chiefs, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He got better in Denver. He threw 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. And then the Commanders one, he threw 4 touchdowns, no picks. And then when he came back, he kind of gotten better, but like it wasn't anything too special because yeah, he was still kind of getting back. So for Justin Fields, I think overall, I gotta search up his rushing yards. So his rushing yards is he had a total of 657 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns. So rushing, I mean, it wasn't horrible. No, 4 rushing touchdowns. It's not horrible. I mean, he probably would have had almost 1,000 yards, like 800, 900 again if he would have played. But as of Fields this entire year, I'm not gonna be that delusional guy that says Justin Fields is A+. I'm being realistic. Justin Fields probably deserves, I would say, a B- because he ain't have the greatest stats, but it wasn't like too terrible, you know what I'm saying? So like, he did okay. Justin Fields did decent. Next up, let's look at QB2. We got Tyson Bagent, who filled in for Fields in those 4 games. I mean, he did 4.5 games because he came in half of the Vikings game. So Bagent threw for 859 yards, 3 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, a QB rating of 71, completion percentage is 65. So he had a better overall completion percentage, but yeah. Bagent was on and off. One game he would have like 2-3 passing touchdowns. The next he would have like nothing, no passing touchdowns. But Tyson Bagent didn't do horrible. I mean, the Raiders game, everybody was saying trade Fields and have Bagent QB1. And what happened the next 2 weeks? He absolutely gets killed. Literally horribly. But he wasn't bad. Tyson Bagent didn't do bad with us. He just needed to learn because he was a rookie. Undrafted rookie. There was a whole story saying Bajan went from, what's it called, Shepherd, and now he's with the Bears. It's a crazy story because I wouldn't have imagined that to happen. But he wasn't terrible. He was definitely okay. He was okay. Let's look at our running backs. So, RB1 is Khalil Herbert. He had 132 carries, 611 yards, 2 touchdowns, and averaged around 4 yards per carry. He's not bad. Again, I think Herbert missed the, what's it called? I think Herbert just what am I gonna say? Herbert was also hurt most of the season. Like he didn't play like that the whole year. He was just like, he was on and off. But he was hurt half the year. He still produced high amount of numbers. I mean, 611 rushing yards for a guy who missed like half the season is kind of insane actually. But I'm glad that he's doing good. I think next year's his last season in Chicago. Which I think next year if he doesn't get hurt, he's gonna have 1,000 yards, like for sure. That's if he actually stays here, because he's getting hurt every year and he's just missing time. If Herbert has a full season where he doesn't get injured, he's having 1,000 yards, no doubt. Next up, we're gonna go to RB2, and we have D'Onta Foreman. D'Onta Foreman had 109 carries, 425 yards, 4 touchdowns, average around 3 yards. Foreman is the running back 2. Foreman actually is underrated. He actually did pretty good with us. Like, people say Foreman's gonna be released next year. I don't think he will. I think he's gonna stay in Chicago. Foreman's not fast. He's not really that fast. He's just big and strong. He's 6 feet, 235 pounds, but that's a lot of muscle to take down, because Foreman is kind of hard to take down a little bit. But like Foreman has never like broke free like for a big gain like Herbert has. He's just more of like a reliable guy. Like if you need the first down, I think he would give it. He would get it. So the running backs overall, I would say a C. So I think Herbert gets a C, Foreman gets a C+. Last but not least, we got Roschon Johnson. I know we have, what's his name, Travis Homer. He barely played. Roschon Johnson, the rookie, he had 81 carries, 352 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4.3 yards, averaged. He needed to get the ball more. We did not play him like that at all this year. And I was kind of stupid because we needed him to play because Herbert and Foreman was hurt most of the time. So it made like no sense at all to not keep him. Overall, I think he did good. All 3 of them did good. It's just, they just needed to play more and they just need a full season. Now, on to wide receivers. Wide receiver 1, DJ Moore, who had a career year, like literally. So DJ Moore had 96 receptions, 1,364 yards, 14 yards average. His longest was 58, 8 touchdowns. And all these were career high, meaning all the good years he had at Carolina did not top this year at all. Like, you can't even do nothing about this. Like, we fleeced Carolina. Some people, everybody knew that this was the stupidest move Carolina did, and it showed. Moore had his best career season. He revamped Justin Fields' career, and he made Carolina look stupid because Carolina sucked, and they went 2-15. And we got the first overall pick, so we could get that on Marvin Harrison. What do I really need to say? DJ Moore, I don't know why he didn't make the Pro Bowl, but they're just hating. DJ Moore gets an A, not A+, maybe just A-, or just A. Next up, my favorite receiver for a while, Darnell Mooney. Now, Mooney had the worst season of his career. Literally, he had the worst. of his career. And it sucked. Darnell Mooney had a bad, like, downfall after he got injured last, 2022 season. It was never the same. So Darnell Mooney had 31 receptions, 414 yards, 13 yards average. His most was 41 yards, and he had 1 touchdown. Yeah, Mooney barely got the ball. Like, only 30 receptions. This was just him with a full season. Yeah, not good. Yards, not good. There was 2 or 3 games he had no receptions. Most of these he only averaged around 2 receptions a game, which is not good if this is your last year and you need a career year. Yeah. This sucked. Like, I love Mooney. Y'all know I met the dude and talked to him. But yeah, it just was not good. Like, I don't know what happened to him. Like, Cole Kmet had a career year, DJ Moore had a career year, Tyler Scott got open, but Mooney, I don't know what happened. Mooney, I'm sorry, but I have to give him a D, just a D. Now we're gonna go to tight end, which we only have Cole Kmet. I mean, we have Robert Tonyan, but Tonyan, he ain't doing nothing. So let's just go to what's his name? Cole Kmet. I would do Tyler Scott, but Tyler Scott doesn't have that much. Like, he barely has anything. Nor Velus. I can't do anything on him. So, Cole Kmet. He had 73 receptions, 719 yards. He averaged around 9 yards a catch. 53 was his longest. 6 touchdowns. Yeah. What can I say? Cole Kmet literally, and I mean literally, had his best season. 2022 he was good, but like, dude, Cole Kmet is just too good. Okay, he's not too good, but he's so underrated. Like, Cole Kmet gets absolutely no love, and it's kind of stupid. Like, people, when you think of tight end, you think of George Kittle or Travis Kelce, or even some people like Sam Laporta or Mark Andrews, but you never have the time to think about Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet doesn't get any love from the NFL. Only Bears fans love him. Like, the NFL just don't see it, and it's kind of tough. Cole Kmet, he had a career year. I'm gonna say he gets a A-. So now we're gonna go to defense, and we're gonna go from D-line to corners, safeties. And I'm not doing every single guy because I barely know every single guy in the team. We're just gonna go to like the main guys because I don't know every single guy in the D-line. So let's look at Montez Sweat. Now, Montez Sweat, like, I'm only gonna do his Bears stats because he had 6 sacks in Washington, and that was the most, and still is. He has 6 sacks this season. Like, combined, he had like 27. Wait, hold on. He barely had like 6 sacks. I think he had like solo. He had 100 like tackles. I think so. I'm looking on this. I'm looking on my Chromebook, so this is confusing. He has 3 forced fumbles. He has 38 total solo tackles. Yeah, dude, he's good. Like, Montez is great. He made the Pro Bowl with the Bears, and he didn't even play. He literally played half the season, and like, dude already did good. Montez Sweat, you automatically deserve an A+. Like, dude, you changed our defense. Like, our defense sucked without you. Next up, we got Andrew Billings. 12 solo tackles. No sacks, no forced fumbles, no interceptions. he barely had any stats, so I would just say a C. Now we have Gervon Dexter. We didn't even play him like that. Like, we didn't even get to play him like that. But he had 13 solo tackles, 2.5 sacks, no forced fumbles though. See, he didn't even play like that, and he still had decent rookie stats. We got to start him though. We have to start him more. If we do that, I think we'll be good. Next up, we have Justin Jones. Now, Justin Jones had a better year than I thought. He had 29 solo tackles and 4 sacks. He had 29. He had 49 total tackles. Like the D line is really not that special to look at, but he wasn't that bad. Last but not least on the D line, we got Unique Ngakoue. Now he got injured, early in the season. Well, not early, like week 12 or something. But he had 13 total solo tackles. He had 22 total tackles. He had 4 sacks, which ain't bad. It wasn't the worst, but like it was okay. It was really okay. Next up, we got the linebackers. Let's start off with Tremaine Edmunds. He wasn't terrible. Like, Edmunds wasn't bad. He had 113 total tackles, 69 solo tackles. He had 1 forced fumble, 4 interceptions, 1 pick six. People say the Bears overpaid Edmunds. People say Edmunds isn't good. They say he was disappointing. He really wasn't that bad. Like, I don't know what people are saying Edmunds sucked in Chicago. He didn't do bad at all. Like, I'm not sure what people are saying. Like, I'm not sure why y'all saying he's bad or he just overrated. He didn't do bad in Chicago. He was decently good with us. Tremaine Edmunds, I'm going to give him a B. Now, our middle linebacker, we have TJ Edwards. He led the team with 155 total tackles, 981 solo. He had 2 sacks, 2.5 sacks, 3 interceptions, 1 forced fumble. Again, like Edmunds, people said we underpaid him. I don't even remember how much we paid him. Is there like a thing I could check? Nah. But he wasn't bad. No, he was outstanding. Like, he did so much better than I thought he would do. I knew Edmunds was going to be decent, but I didn't think he was going to be this good with us. It was especially towards later in the season, Edmunds started to really do good. I mean, he was good even when we really sucked, but like he really started getting really good towards like the end. Yeah, I'm glad we picked him up. That's an A+ for him. Last but not least, we have Jack Sanborn. Now Sanborn, I'm not even gonna lie, this year he was limited a lot, like really limited. Like, we barely played him. Last year he was everywhere, and this year too, Sanborn is just everywhere. Everywhere. He never misses a tackle. He will always tackle you. He has 65 tackles, 43 solo tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception. If he had played more, like if we would actually start him and play him more, he would have been so much better. Because I know this isn't just Sanborn's I know this isn't Jack Sanborn. Jack Sanborn had like 130 tackles this year if he would have played more. Sanborn, though, I'm going to give him a C. Only because he didn't play the full season. He only played like... Well, I think he did play the whole season. I think they just barely started him. Or just swapped him out. Now, let's go to corners. Obviously, corner 1, Jalen Johnson. Literally a career year. He had 36 total tackles, 31 solo. He had 5 assists, 1 forced fumble, 10 pass deflections, 4 interceptions. He was the highest rated corner in the league at 90. 90. He allowed the lowest quarterback rating. We better pay Jalen Johnson right now. Extend him. If the Bears don't extend him, we're screwed. We're cooked. What do I say about Jalen Johnson? Literally career year, bro. He didn't have an interception in the last 3 years until now. He had 4. Yeah, Jalen Johnson, he's definitely going to get extended or will get extended sooner or later. Next up, we have Kyler Gordon. He has 61 tackles. Wait, Jalen Johnson A+. 61 total tackles, 44 solo. He had 2 interceptions, 6 pass deflections, 1 sack. Yes, Kyler Gordon got a sack. Again, kind of like, nah, not kind of like anybody. He just had a slow year, but then he picked it up towards the end of the year. So like, I'm glad that happened. But these guys did good with us though. Like, Kyler did good with us. Like, he wasn't horrible. He didn't have a horrible game, but yeah. Next up, we have Tyrique Stevenson. Now, Stevenson, oh my God. 86 tackles, 65 solo tackles, 21 assisted tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 16 pass deflections. That's tied for 4th in rookies. And that's 4 interceptions, tied for 7th in the league. Yeah, I'm glad we drafted him. I knew Tyrique Stevenson was going to be good with Chicago. Like, I knew it. I knew he was going to be good. When we drafted him, I'm like, yeah, I think Stevenson's actually going to be good with us. I wasn't lying. He did great with us. Wait, did I even say what I did? Kyler did? Okay, Kyler Gordon, I think he did a B-. Tyrique, as a rookie, this is impressive. Like, dude, I didn't think he was going to be this good. That's definitely an A+. Last but not least, for the Bears, we got the safeties. Let's start off with Jaquan Brisker. 105 total tackles, 66 solo, 1 sack, 2 forced fumbles, 9 pass deflections, 1 interception. He wasn't terrible. But again, he dealt with injuries. Like, every game, he was just sitting on the floor, injured. But Brisker's a hard hitter. Brisker is really aggressive, great player. He talks too much. He talks a little too much crap. But some of it, I can see why. But sometimes, like, come on. But Brisker is good. If his stats ain't even that good, like, if he's not really getting many interceptions, like, he's still a really good player. He's a good tackler, great pass defender, good, like, a hard hitter. Like, come on now. Last but not least, we got Eddie Jackson. I don't know what happened last year. Last year he had like 4 interceptions, and he went back to that 2018 Eddie. This year, no. He had 37 tackles, 32 solo, 5 pass deflections, 1 interception. Yeah, he's been here since 2017. I love Eddie Jackson, but yeah, his time's done. He ain't coming back. Like, just looking at these stats, he's getting older, he's getting slower. Not a good tackler no more. Not aggressive like that no more. Yeah, he's just not there no more. I mean, can't disagree. That's just what happens. That's my Bears season recap. Honestly, this whole season, Brisker got a B. Eddie Jackson got his D. This whole Bears season, in general, if we would have stayed like how we was in the first 4 games, when the first 4 games we were 0-4 and we just continued to suck, this would be an automatic F. But since the Bears got better, we got more aggressive on offense and defense, and we actually started winning games and scoring, I would say this entire season, I would say a C+ / B- now. I mean, we still kind of underperformed though, because many people, including me, had the Bears making the playoffs, maybe 10-7. I was stupid enough to say we was going to outdo Detroit. Clearly not. But yeah, I think this entire season, it was underperforming. Yeah, but hopefully we can play like how we did the second half of this season, like the full season next year. And actually not blowing these games. we actually could have made the playoffs had we not blown them games. I said this so many times in different videos, but it's true. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.